Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we have to market close on Wednesday, August 30th. We're going to have an update on our old friend Lucid. So we're going to start here on the Webull chart, check out some trend lines and levels, flip over to the Think or Swim study, see how things are situated there, and call it a video. So Lucid, as we said in the last video, has been caught under this downtrend on the daily, attempted breakout there several weeks ago, and now we're trying to claw back. So first thing I'm going to put in is this 580 level, just so that we have an idea of where recent bottoms came in and turned around. And so the other thing that's developing, we'll see if it continues to take shape or not, is this nice, consistent so far uptrend. And if that persists, that could be very helpful, especially from the perspective of this coming to a wedge here. If the price situates itself in there, and might give us a big strong move one way or the other. Now if we come in and zoom in on the 10-minute, I know on the daily it looks like there's so many levels, and actually I'm looking, I think there's another level yeah, there's probably another level worth putting in around 641, but let's zoom into the 10 to just show how it's not it doesn't look so crowded on the intraday. So ugly candles, but just like barcodey, I mean. But, nice job walking up here, hitting all the levels where we would expect. This is 640 level seems, at least yesterday and today, certainly giving it some trouble. But for now, we have 633 in there, we have 645 in there. I'm just going to leave it for the time being, and just sort of note that, 639, 640. Keeps shrugging that off, and it's going to have to figure that out if it's going to move back to the bulls. But for my part, on the daily, most critical thing at the moment is if it continues to move up into this wedge, what does it do when it starts to get really tight up in here? And that could be very interesting if that takes shape. Now flipping over here, also on the daily, Thinkorswim, we're looking at the channel, looking at the TTM squeeze indicator, and what we see, so let me just take from this range here, because these are the days in which it was triggering on the indicator. And we had one brief fire, but we could call that a misfire. As all indicators go, it's not a magic bullet. And so then several additional days of triggering, and then now we've put in a bunch of days of firing. And what did it do during that firing period? Not a whole lot, in my opinion. It started here, and if you follow this line across, look where we are today. So still firing. This was with bearish momentum picking up. Now we're with bearish momentum dying down, and we're just kind of back where we were. So this might be another indication of sort of a fake out or a misfire, if you will, or maybe the real move hasn't happened yet. It's just sort of teeing itself up, and maybe there's going to be some additional trigger candles coming in. Maybe all of this sort of corresponding with the wedge formation. If it continues to take shape, I could see all of those things kind of coming together at the same time. And that could give us a really strong indicator or possibility that there's a larger move coming. Now, which way that move goes, don't know, but could be a large move nonetheless. Volatility can be your friend sometimes. Now, the other thing to note, I've been spending a bunch of time mid-range to lower bound of the channel, and now we're back to the mid-range again, right? When we had a little bit of a good stretch here from the lower bound all the way up through the upper bound, retraced to the mid-range, got basically pinned itself there, couldn't really get any good motion out, tested near the lower bound, and then has just been sort of drawn down since then. So we're at a critical place here. This mid-range of the channel, is it going to be able to gain support over that? And if so, is it just going to kind of pin itself like it did here? Or can it actually make a run toward the upper bound of the channel, which as of today sits about 720, a pretty good percentage gain if that were to happen. Now that upper bound, all of these price points will shift as we put additional candles in, but that's where it sits today. So I'm really interested to see what it does with this mid-range of the channel, especially with the bearish momentum potentially dying down. RSI a little bit on the rise, but still plenty of run room, obviously. So we'll see. All signs point to maybe something interesting happening if I can hedge my bets so much. But this would like have to shove itself out of the wedge if it continues to put in this formation on like September 4th. So really soon. What's that, next Monday maybe? Yeah, because tomorrow's the 31st, so we'd be in this range. And then it'll be getting very tight on Friday, so it could make for an interesting Friday. And then Monday is sort of like decision time. Is it going, will there be any fireworks, or will it be kind of a dud? So that's sort of what I'm looking for at the moment. And in that same time frame then, do we start to get any red trigger candles in here? Not candles like these, but these red dots, I mean. So it'll only take a few days to play out. It looked like it was a longer period of time on this chart, but it's only a few days. So we'll see, and we'll check back in if folks are interested. All right, I hope you had a happy hump day. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.